Where did you?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Venetia Alexander Marshall. Welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you're clicking the bell so when I am uploading on YouTube, you are notified. I'm gonna do another makeup look for you guys, but I think this is very much so needed. So the makeup look I'm going to bring for you guys, we're going to call this Makeup 101. The makeup essentials that you need for a great makeup look. Now, I know you see a lot of beginner-friendly makeup looks on YouTube, so I just thought I would bring you a beginner-friendly makeup look if you're like me, 40 and above, and not really been into makeup. So this is a great way of starting off with makeup, and not necessarily 40 and above, just like me. I am 44. But even if you're in your 20s or your 30s, you're just starting off on YouTube, or if you just even starting off with makeup, these are the best necessities that you need for starting makeup. And everything I'm going to show you guys came from drugstores, or I have a couple of them came from the hair store. So I'm going to tell you now, never discount a hair store makeup, because a couple of these items I've actually gotten from the hair store, and I'm going back to the hair store and give me some more. So yeah, you don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But if you're like me, when you really get to the big dogs like Pat McGrath, like Fenty, like NARS, when you get to these big dog makeup brands like Charlotte Tilbury or Urban Decay and so forth, and these are just some of the brands I have, minus Charlotte Tilbury. I don't have it yet, but I am going to be doing a makeup review with Charlotte Tilbury pretty soon. But some of the other brands I've named, I do have those high-end brands in the back. But you don't need to start off with that. If you see some of my early videos from when I first started my channel a little over 2 years ago, I used the same damn makeup. Most of it was Maybelline. I used a little Color Pop, and I knew I was big dog with MAC, but I had been using MAC for a long time anyway. So yeah, you know, you really graduate if you use MAC. And that's the granddaddy of them all in my book. So yeah, you can use these makeup necessities, or I should say Makeup 101, very beginner friendly makeup. So that's the makeup look I'm going to bring for you guys. This is very beginner friendly. Don't need to break the bank. Just try these out. And then as you gradually start doing makeup and doing more and more, then you can slowly graduate into the big dog. Now, if you really want to graduate into the big dog high end, I'm going to recommend two of them for you. First one is, of course, the granddaddy of them all, MAC. Start with MAC. And MAC still have some pretty good products. I still like their foundation and their concealer. Start with MAC. That would be a great starting point for high end. Also for me, Fenty is also a good one. Even though Fenty's been out for 3 years now, Fenty is also a good one to start off with. Rihanna does have some products that are not super expensive, but I mean, they're worth trying. So try MAC or Fenty if you really want to graduate into the high end before you get to that Pat McGrath side and the Charlotte Tilbury and the Urban Decays and all them other stuff. Go with that. Or if you want to really go old school, Clinique, Lancome, you can try those as well. So let's get started. As always, handy dandy mirror. So we'll go ahead and start with primer. This is one of my favorite drugstore primers. It's not my number one favorite. My number one favorite, I should say my top two favorite drugstore primers. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. A lot of primers from e.l.f. are really good. Another primer that I really like, look, it just slipped just that fast. I forgot just that fast. I don't know when, see, me having this COVID virus, that it really slipped my brain. Lord. But yeah, e.l.f. is a really good brand. They have a lot of great primers. Oh, I just remembered. The other one is L'Oreal. If you're looking for a really good hydrating primer, try the L'Oreal Infallible Dewy Primer. They have a dewy and they have a matte. The dewy one, if you're like me, have dry skin, that dewy one will really bring some moisture out. Again, affordable, drugstore. You're not going to break the bank with e.l.f. or L'Oreal. You're not going to break the bank with it. But this is another favorite of mine. And when you see a lot of beginner YouTubers that start off, they use this primer too. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I have been using this. This is actually my second or third too, because I've gone through a couple of these already. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is also a very good face primer for your makeup, and it does make your makeup last a long time. This is like $4 or $5 at Walmart. You're not going to break the bank with it. So we're going to start with the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So what I do, I just put in my what I call my 4 little areas here. And I'm not really going overboard with this primer. This right I have here could be a little much, but a little bit can also go a long way. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this primer. I have worn this primer to my flea market booth, and my makeup has lasted a long time with this primer. You can either mix this with another hydrating primer if you would like. That also does very, very well. I use this to really make my makeup last a long time. And again, it's $4 or $5 at Walmart. So you're not going to break the bank with this at all. I know when I first started my channel, I would always use that e.l.f. face primer. That primer, I'm trying to use the last of it because I've gone through so many tubes of it. I believe e.l.f. has since discontinued that primer. I'm still gonna use the rest of it, and it's like $3. So we're gonna go with that today. There. All right, next, foundation. You're gonna find, I do not know how many YouTubers you're gonna find with this foundation. This is a great beginner foundation. It comes in several colors, several shades rather. And again, $5. You're not gonna go past $6 with this foundation. And you can also find this foundation at Dollar General. You find it at Family Dollar. You find this, I've seen this in a couple of our hair stores here in Baton Rouge. You can get this from the hair store. So for foundation, I am going to go with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Here it is. Yeah, the Fit Me's on the back. The shade I have is 360, which is Mocha. It is a little darker for me. And this is a runny foundation. So I always put it on with my little foundation brush from e.l.f. So I'm going to shake this foundation up. So this is a great starter foundation for you. You don't have to break the bank with this. The high-end dupe is the NARS Radiant Glow Foundation. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this foundation. I put it on my hand here. And this foundation, it's a pretty runny foundation. So this is as much as I put when I use it. And then I'm just going to go in with this. I don't know if you can see. I got it kind of. So I'm going to go in with my paddle brush. My foundation brush, rather. On both sides. Yeah, I did. And what I do with it is I just place it in my little areas here. And as you can see, it's darker, but I know how to perfect that. There we go. We're going to place it. There we go. So I'm just putting it in these little areas that I usually put it in when I wear this foundation. So I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm just gonna get my makeup wipe, and I'm gonna take the rest of this off because I don't like using so much of it. This is a pretty full coverage foundation. I just go in with my makeup wipes and just take it off my hand, the remaining, and I still leave a lot on my hand. I don't like that feeling on my hand after I have the foundation on it. I do that too with my MAC foundation. Because the MAC foundation I have don't have the pump. I don't have that one with the pump. There we go. Get that off. All right, and then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to blend the foundation in. This is a pretty mattifying foundation as well. There we go. We're going to blend that in really, really good. There we go. So we're going to blend that into the skin. And again, you don't need to break the bank if you're starting off with makeup. Again, I want to say it was like $5.47 at Walmart. So you definitely affordable foundation. And there is a variety of shades. So next is going to be concealer. This concealer, oldie but goodie. It's still a goodie. I do not know how many people you don't see with this concealer. I mean, again, oldie but goodie. I mean, I'm really going oldie but goodie today. So for concealer, hello, we're gonna go with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. The shade I have is Warm Beige. So we're going to go with LA Girl today. I got this from the hair store. Okay? Wherever hair store, you're going to find this concealer. So, again, oldie but goodie. It's, and I want to say they sell this at Ulta too. I want to say that, but again, I got this from the hair store. So I believe this shade is Warm Beige. I need to get another one because I had actually worn it a couple of times already. Yeah, so the shade I'm in is a Warm Beige, and I just like to do like a little highlighting. There we go. So I'm actually, if you've been on my channel and followed me for a minute, I usually do just one swipe, but being that this foundation is a little darker, I do a few swipes with this concealer. Since this concealer is a little lighter. Again, you're just starting out with makeup, this is a great one. And you can also control it. Just push a little bit. Don't do too much, and it'll come out on the little brush. There we go. And of course, going to form our contour. I'm actually going to contour today. There we go. And again, oldie but goodie. These are some great beginner-friendly makeup. Again, not breaking the bank. I want to say this is like $3, $3 or $4 I think I paid at the hair store. So you can find this LA Girl Pro Concealer anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and use my sponge. We're going to blend this out. You definitely cannot go wrong with LA Girl. Like I said, I think I'm pretty much running low on that. I have a lot of makeup in my room I'm running low on. There we go. And I'm forming my contour because this foundation is a little darker. That's why I go a little extra on my concealer. First of all, it's a little bit lighter, and this will highlight me. It blends in really, really well, and definitely for my contour. Like I said, I am going to contour today. And if you've been new to my channel, lately I really haven't been into like serious contouring. I'm going to contour today. And again, another oldie but goodie. Not going to go wrong with it. Again, Makeup 101. These are the basics And particularly the basics for us women of color. These are some great basics to have. Particularly if you're starting your YouTube channel, these are great. If you're just starting with makeup, these are so good. And again, very affordable. All right. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I do set my face twice. The first powder I'm going to use, don't laugh, because I know there's a lot of people there. Why are you using it? Why are you using it? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't afford, no, there are people you can't afford Laura Mercier or Fenty Beauty or all them other high-end setting powders. You can't. You have to do what you have to do. So for setting powder, I'm gonna go with oldie but goodie, good old Cody Airspun. In translucence, I'm going with my Cody Airspun today. So with the Cody Airspun, yes, I do bake no more than 60 seconds, but you have to be very, very careful with this Cody Airspun because it can leave flashback. So you can't really put a whole lot. If you are gonna press it in very lightly, okay? So what I do is I take it, dip it with my sponge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this excess that I have, I'm going to put the excess on this lid because I don't want that much. Because I really don't want that much. So I take the excess off and I'm just going to start placing it in the areas where I bake. So if you are one of those that bake no more than 60 seconds, I don't like super bright under eye. I don't like it. I really don't like that. And with this, I definitely have to try my best to take off as much as I can. That's really as far as I'm going to go. But again, this is like $5 or $6. You're not going to break the bank with Cody Airspun because again, a lot of people can't afford all, you know, the Laura Merciers or the KVDs or the Pat McGraths or nobody can afford, a lot of people can't afford that. So I'm going to go in with my brush and I'm going to just sweep it off. And you also have to know how to use this Cody Airspun powder. Because I made the mistake and left this Cody Airspun powder on my face way too long. Man, I tried to correct it as much as I could and I could not correct it. Like, whoa! Because I literally left it on extremely too long. And I'm talking about 5 minutes. There we go. So see how I didn't leave it on for too long, but I've already chiseled out my contour. But again, I am going to contour today. So for my second setting powder, I am going to go in, again, another oldie but goodie. I need another one. This is one of my favorite drugstore setting powders. This is from Maybelline. It is their Fit Me Loose setting powder in the shade Deep that I have. This is another favorite. I've bought this on my channel several times. I'm almost out. Like literally, I'm using like the last of it. So what I do is I place my brush in, take off any excess because you don't want that much. Place it in my 4 areas and I'm going to buff. And see some of that white cast that may have been left over from the Cody Airspun is going to start disappearing. Also when you bronze, it's also going to disappear. There we go. There we go. So now we have that down. Again, this Fit Me powder, $5. $5. $5. If you look at my old videos, I used to use that Cody Airspun powder a lot. I did use Cody Airspun a lot. So you have to do what you have to do. Again, you can't, a lot of people can't afford all those expensive setting powders that you get from Sephora or the high side or Ulta. You can't afford that. And if you're just starting out with makeup, these are just use the bare necessities. You're still gonna look extremely good. Trust me, you're gonna look real good. Okay, so I'm going to contour and bronze. So I'm, again, another oldie but goodie. A lot of us still use this. This is from Black Radiance. It is their True Complexion contour palette. The shades I'm in is medium to dark, so I use this a lot. As you can see, I have hit pan on the contour. So we're actually going to use this to contour, bronze, and highlight today. So I am... did I contour? No, I did not contour. So we're actually not going to contour, but I am going to bronze and highlight. So I'm going to use the middle shade right here. I'm going to use the middle one. I said I was going to contour today. I'm not going to contour. So I'm going to use the middle shade. Again, take excess off. And I'm going to brush that on. And I want to say this, I got this from Walgreens. So, there you go. So go ahead and bronze up the skin, warm the skin back up, bring a little color back. I am going to dip back into this contour palette to highlight. There we go. There we go. So like I said, I'm going to leave that palette right there because I'm going to use it again to highlight. Next is blush. Y'all, this is, when I mean basic of the basic of the basic, we're going basic of the basic of the basic. You can't go wrong with this. You can't afford a blush, baby. Go to Dollar Tree and get you one of these little blushes right here. I got this from Dollar Tree. This is the shade Toast. Again, it's $1. And these little blushes are pigmented. If you watch some of my really old videos, I wore this a lot. I wore this blush a lot. So we're going to put a little wash of color in today. And they also have a deeper color at Dollar Tree. Again, it's $1. You see, bringing out a little color. I had another one like this and I had hit pan. So I had to get rid of it. I had hit pan. I'm about to hit pan on this one. There we go. How about that? So now we're going to go back into this Black Radiance contour palette. Now we're going to use the highlights. I'm going to use the highlight shade. And I'm going to highlight just a little bit. Give you just enough highlight. There we go. So we're going to go on the other side. I'm going to highlight. And then after that, we're going to go into eyeshadow. And this eyeshadow, yo, I'm already hit pan. There we go. A little bit on our nose here. And be careful when you are adding highlight to your nose. If you do too much, just take your finger, dab it to kind of mute it out. And if you want to try to distribute it through your nose, to the bridge of your nose, you can do that if you do too much. So that's the highlight. Next is eyeshadow. Again, you can get this eyeshadow Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS. I saw this eyeshadow, this little eyeshadow palette also at Five Below. So you can go anywhere. Again, very, very affordable. You don't have to break the bank. So this is from Wet n Wild. This is their eyeshadow palette. Yeah, I know. You ain't got to tell me twice. I know. Did I bring all my brushes? Yes, I did. So you ain't got to tell me. I know. I hit pan. I hit pan. I know. It's just that good. I know. So this is a very, this is little eyeshadow palette is also very pigmented, as you can see, because I've hit pan. So the shade that I've hit pan on, I'm going to use it again right here. So I'm going to use that today. I might as well finish it out. I got a couple more I'm about to hit pan on. So again, you can get this little eyeshadow palette basically anywhere. And I'm just going to do 2 shades. If you're new to my channel, I'm not, you know, I have to be in the mood. I know my last video I did a halo eye. That's because I was in the mood. But for the most part, I do 2 shades. There we go. That's why I use the shade so much. And I've hit pan. Because it brings a lot of color. Also, if you're looking for very inexpensive makeup brushes, go on shopmissa.com. I always get, every time I order something on Shop Miss A, I always order some makeup brushes. You can get a set of makeup brushes, $10. Or if you want to get individual brushes, they're $1 a piece. Again, you don't need to have, you know, the most expensive brushes when you're just starting on your makeup. You don't have to do all that. Do you know, as of recently, I finally have a Sigma brush, and I only got 1 Sigma brush. I only have 1. Let's see, for shimmer, I think I'm going to go with this little pinky shimmer right here. So I'm gonna go with that today. I'm about to hit pan on this one too. Oh, again, this is a very inexpensive eyeshadow palette. You can get this eyeshadow palette anywhere. My son and I saw this eyeshadow palette at Five Below. Here we go. All right. There we go. So we got that on. Then I'm gonna go back with my other brush, my where I put the crease shade, and I'm gonna blend the 2 together, so it doesn't look like there's just 2 lines. Is that rain? Sure is. It is sleep weather. I'll be sleep. I'll be sleeping a little bit. There we go. So there, we're gonna go with that. Next, setting spray. This setting spray I got from the hair store. And you can get this from basically any hair store. And you can also get this from Ulta. You can get it from Target. Yeah, but this one I got from the hair store. So this is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna set my face with NYX. And they also carry a lot of NYX products in a lot of hair stores. So check out your hair store. All right, so we're gonna let that set. So if you're new to my channel, I do not wear false lashes. I have nothing to do with false lashes. I'm not into false lashes. You're not gonna catch me with false lashes. Y'all wanna wear them little false lashes? Y'all go right ahead. Y'all ain't finna catch me with no false lashes on. Y'all ain't catching me with no false lashes on. So next is mascara. So for mascara, this is a good one to start off with. Start off with something that you know it's going to make your lashes have a lot of volume if you're like me and don't wear false lashes. So go with the what I have is the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. Initially I wasn't a fan of it, but I found myself wearing it again. So go with Maybelline. They also sell this in Five Below. They sell it at Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, Five Below, I want to say I saw this at Dollar General too. So, I mean, come on now. And if you're looking for false lashes, if you do wear them, Five Below carry them, Walmart carries them, Walgreens. I'm just not a false lash girl. Because at the end of the day, I'm all about keeping it natural. You know, just enhance what God gave me. That's all I'm about. Last but not least, lip. I got this lip from the hair store. It is a very popular color, affordable color, and everybody wears this. So for lips, I'm going with my NYX Butter Gloss. The shade I have is Praline. This is an absolute great mauve nude sheer lip color. I can't tell you the number of times I've worn this lip color to work. This is also a great lip topper. And there we go. We are done with this Makeup 101 makeup look. Again, you don't have to break the bank with makeup. This makeup, it is really good for starting off with makeup. A very good beginner friendly makeup. Again, this is some of the things, some of this I still use today, even though now I have a lot of high-end makeup. These are really good beginner friendly makeup where you're not, you know, stressing yourself and you can't do this and do this, and I can't buy this NARS, and I can't buy this Urban Decay, and I can't buy this Smashbox, and I can't. No, go to the drugstore or your house store and you can still achieve the same look as if you spent, like what I did for Pat McGrath, $408, but this was under $100. Some of this could be under $50. You're not breaking nothing. Okay, so here it is, final look, and hopefully 40 plus club approved. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.